please. Yeah, but so... Oh god, it was so hot. Good snorkeling though. We went and snorkeled, touched reef sharks and manta rays, and I didn't put sunscreen on because I was like, oh, I've been tanning in Guatemala and I'm still peeling from it. God damn it. So, like I had like the bikini tan line, you know, with the like little knots even on my leg.
Oh, by the way, I'm mic'd.
Oh shit.
Oh, Jason,
They're like,
Shoot,
just pretend.
I just saw this thing
pretend
on
you're
the
just
news the other day of
meeting
this
us for the
girl
first
who-
time. Oh, so I'm acting. No, no. Fuck. Usually you gotta pay me to do shit like this, you know? Fuck.
Oh, what else should I talk about? Things are
Take me out
alright.
to dinner. Bring some
My
food or
brother's going to be
something.
going to a hospital
Probably.
in Napa State Hospital. Yeah, but I mean, it's the best option compared to prison.
You don't have a lighter on you, do you?
No. He needs the house. And he's starting to be... actually, I used to visit them every week in the... Or, you know, visit them. But he's gonna... Once the bed opens up, I guess he'll be moving up there. So.
Granny!
Well, before the court determination, he thought he was totally fine and, like, you know, he was just gonna get out and, like, just unrealistic, you know, like, but now, since that determination, he's more like, I just want to get through this, you know, get
You see a lighter in there anywhere?
What?
You see a lighter in there?
Yeah. Yeah. He's a smart kid, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be good. I mean, we have visitation every day. It's better than prison. It's better than 3 years of prison. You know, that's. I mean,
Thanks.
I think it works.
but
Seems kind of light. Ooh, what are these?
Oh, those are honeysuckle
Oh,
for the
nice.
toilet. Yeah, I want to transplant those in the 5 gallon buckets.
no.
I'm mic'd right now, so anything anyone says could be
Yeah, you're being
recorded.
Admissible on YouTube.
Yeah. I think we're gonna probably shop it around for
Oh, here's a lighter.
what do you call that? Film competitions.
Right. Festivals.
Yeah.
They're not paying you though?
No, they should. I didn't know it was gonna be like this. I was
You
gonna.
thought it was just gonna be like a dude with a camera, right?
Yeah. And they already told me like, oh, just act like you're seeing this for the first time. I'm like, oh shit. Now they're starting to tell me what to do. I hate that shit. You know?
You should do it really cheesy, like, oh, fancy meeting you here. Well,
I'll let you do that.
okay. Well, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, we should just all be in character. When
You should be really mean.
You come up with some heavy accent. You're Slovakian or something.
No, you get off out.
Yeah.
This is where we live, okay?
you should just put them straight to work.
No,
just
you two
I know.
here. We don't like
chasing off
Well,
the
they
chicken.
got all kinds of equipment. They're like all they're all encumbered with all kinds of equipment. Have I shown you how to check for eggs?
Oh yeah, I got 3 this morning.
Oh, good.
There weren't any yesterday.
Oh,
There were 3 today. They were just saving up, I guess.
And she's not supposed to.
I don't know,
be
maybe the
driving.
rain messed with them.
No.
It's hard to say. They
She's
go
not
through little
supposed to be
cycles.
driving.
Doesn't help them none of them out here. Now she's milling around.
So I gotta figure out where to put that tomato. So that tomato, what else do I got?
Is that deal going to be tomatoes again this year?
No, I'm gonna. It didn't. I made really great tomatoes in there 2 years ago, and last year
Yeah.
it sucked. It was well, because a big part of it was the water, but I think that I need to rotate it. That one's going to be the tomatoes this year. And then
Okay.
I think in this one I want to put squash and I don't know what else. Yeah.
Those are supposed to be wake-up calls too, you know, like be wise when you're doing it that much.
I don't know how well this one works, though.
Yeah.
It works well enough, I guess.
Yeah, I'll take you a couple places that I think. For sure we should go to Glacier Point. You don't want to miss that. Glacier Point's my place.
Sentinel, don't
Kevin's
spell
great.
it.
He had a great time in Guatemala. Jason
Hey,
just called me.
Jason.
He's just like, hey Jason. Yeah, we're excited for you to come party with us sometime. We're camping at my dad's house. He just got his People magazine. And then he's in my dad's in People magazine.
It's gonna be, yeah.
What is that for, you know?
We're doing a story about YouTube because right now YouTube just turned 10.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
crazy,
there's
right?
all kinds of stories being done about it.
I remember hearing that a few years ago that, like, YouTube was made in 2005, and I was like, it feels like I had YouTube in high school, but I didn't.
Huh.
Like, I graduated in 2004.
My mom, yeah, we just killed one of our ducks. We're gonna eat it today at my mom's house. Our first animal that we killed.
That was so good.
I know, huh?
I never had duck.
It's
Never?
so good. Yeah, we'll save you some.
Alright.
It's really good. You have to slow cook it or it gets like way too dry.
Yeah.
But when you cook it right, I love it.
It's one of my favorite meats. Duck and lamb.
I heard peacocks.
Well, I didn't chop
Oh, I
it
never
up.
had
I
peacock.
would've-
I had ostrich once.
$4.
That's
What did
really
you have?
ostrich.
Oh, ostrich? I think I've had ostrich.
It's pretty good, but you have to be really, you can't overcook it because it'll get really tough. You have it really, really super rare.
And then gave it to me in a plastic bag and it's still
But luckily, there's so few ostrich farms that most of it's like,
$4.
and obviously they're like free range. I think it would be really hard to like, put an ostrich in a tiny cage. So it's always good meat.
Yeah. You said it's supposed to be a lot better for
Slow
you than
roasted
beef.
duck last time.
But it's funny, I've always really liked ostriches, and then I like their meat. Same with octopi, I always like them,
I love them.
but I like to eat them too.
The dark meat of the turkey. Yeah.
I had this turkey, and we had this farm meeting where we were all gonna process our poultry. It was like right before Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and I thought, oh, I'll eat
I
her.
should go on a
And
run
then
beforehand.
it came to actually do it, and I was like, damn, I couldn't do
I
it.
did it.
She was too sweet. You know, she,
But that's the thing, I did it, but it was I went to somebody else's farm, so I didn't raise
Yeah.
the
Right,
chickens. It was
right.
chickens and turkeys. That was the first time I
it
ever
was,
like.
I mean, I would work in the garden, and she just liked to
I
be.
saw a giant turkey the other day when I was walking down
There's
the
a lot of
road.
them around
Yeah.
here. She used to just like to be near me, you know. She
Yeah.
and she would just, you know. I couldn't kill her.
She knew
But
what
that
she was
one
doing.
duck- so I ended up doing a chicken, a
Yeah,
rooster,
chickens are usually assholes, so it's
I-
not that bad.
and a rooster, and so we slaughtered him instead, and then we ate him, or I cooked him.
Did you do the upside down method?
Yeah, we had a whole like assembly line. You guys were there, weren't you?
Nuh-uh.
Oh,
We
you
were
had the
there for the
mushrooms,
mushrooms, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't eat him. I ate the soup, but I couldn't eat his flesh. It just felt funny to me.
It's a good life.
We went to like I was helping my friend with his farm, so we went. There's like this Mormon family that was helping.
And you
They
know,
had like a
you've been
million
living in
little
the city
adopted
all the time.
children
It's
that were
crazy
way more
hard to
skilled
keep
at things than
place
me,
to
and I felt
live.
really
It's a good-
self-conscious.
so,
But they were just old bleach bottles, and they'd cut the tops off so you hang them upside down.
Yeah.
And then you let them like chill out for like 5 minutes, so they totally
I'm
chill.
living in a
And
Yeah.
then you just slit their throat.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they bleed out. But they basically,
We went from a
like, they
three-bedroom
lose all the
to
oxygen to their head.
Yeah.
So they do go through the death throes a little bit, but it's
We
not
went
better
from
than
a
just chopping their
three-bedroom,
heads off.
Yeah.
two-bathroom house.
It's better for the chicken and it's better for you too. I mean, it's really intimate though. It's like really.
But that wasn't right.
And, like, I used to be a
away.
vegetarian and stuff, and I told myself like if I couldn't do it, I
I
was
wish we
gonna
had
stop
more
eating
time.
meat because I don't want to be a hypocrite. So like I did it, and I felt totally fine about it until like 3 days later, and I was smoking, and then all of a sudden I had like this feeling like, oh my
3
god,
weeks in
I killed the chicken. I killed multiple chickens. But that was the only time I ever really felt bad about it. I was like, I have no problem eating chickens. I just didn't have a problem. You know, it's not supposed to be pleasant, but you're like holding its head.
I've done goats.
That sounds hard.
Yeah, we also
I
went
had
to
friends
this
that were
one.
Mormon and they used to raise goats and they would
Yep,
occasionally
yep.
slaughter them and I always
Yep,
thought,
and we went to Tikal and
How do you slaughter a
Guatemala and
goat?
saw all kinds of pyramids.
well, first you gotta,
And even
they shoot it in the head with
Mexico City,
22
we
and
went
then
to walk on,
you,
but,
then you gotta hang it up,
right
right, by the hind legs, and then you cut its throat and let it bleed out,
Underwater
and then,
snorkel
and then you
for 2
make
hours. We were underwater.
you cut around the wrists and the
And it
ankles,
was just like,
and then you,
it was crazy.
you make an
It's the one
incision
they show
from
on
the
cable
throat to the
where
anus,
they just keep
and
going
then
down
you
like
pretty
that.
much trying to pull
They
the,
don't even have
like the
enough
skin
room.
off, you know, until they
I
do it.
saw blind fish.
Yeah.
It was like,
It's a lot of work.
one my
Yeah. I never slaughtered anything. I saw like how you once you have the whole thing.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Yeah. Pigs seem a lot like people. You know, when you see them being slaughtered, it looks like a person right in there.
Well, that's
We
what
just, like,
in
turn
like
off
for
all the lights and,
forensics
like, yeah,
for like
everything
crime
like
stuff,
that.
they use pig
I know.
Get their
flesh.
powers.
It's so
It's the
similar.
It's the closest to human.
And they even use pig parts for people. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
Communicate.
it's almost like cannibalism.
it is.
And then the
Well, that's
wa-
why
you know,
it's
just
hard. It's hard for your
stalactites,
stomach to process
stalagmites,
more because it takes it a minute
So no,
to be like, and like eating myself. No, okay, this is
on
a
our
pig. I'll
bicycles
eat it.
going down the highway, and I got thirsty, so we stopped at one.
Like it's actually better to eat chicken or beef.
That was outside of Tulum. It was called La Baja. No, La Baja.
Labnaha.
Yeah, but that was cool, and we went to some other beach, turtle reserve, and there was a little cenote near that beach, and the most.
So the reason you guys are able to travel is because of the unemployment, right?
Yeah.
And they make good money during the year too. And don't have to pay rent.
Yeah.
All that stuff helps.
We loved it.
Because it's not just like where they officially lay you off. Like how are you able to get unemployment?
Yeah, laid off.
Yeah.
It's like
It was cool. We stayed at
what
this
I had to
crazy
do, like a
hostel
4 or
room
5
where we
month,
met a bunch of Mexican
commitment.
friends who would
Yeah.
party and
And
play
then
music every night.
this
We didn't-
last
we
year I
didn't
got
stay
2
actually
extra
longer
months
there
because
it
I got
was
to be
so
on like
cool.
teardown crew.
Even though the
So that was
we
good.
didn't have
Worked till
air
December.
conditioning
And
or
then,
anything, on the door. We stayed longer.
And then
Last year I did substitute teaching in Hawaii in the off season.
Yeah,
So
I really liked Mexico.
That's cool.
the high country closes too. They work in the high country, so you
Right,
can't.
yeah.
yeah, so you get laid off
Good,
every
right?
year.
Good,
Like
good, better than Guatemala.
kind of only take jobs that I know I'm gonna get laid off
Believe
at
that
the
was
last
like-
few years.
we're gonna
Well, that's
do
what I'm
that
wondering
every
because even
year.
at these cannery jobs, they say they lay you off like right in the season. And I wonder,
You can collect unemployment.
Yeah, you should be
even
able
if
to.
I'm an Illinois resident.
Yep. You should be able to collect it from Alaska.
And the roads and
Yeah,
stuff.
not a
and
resident.
you just go wherever you're at. If you're in California, you just go to the California Unemployment Office, and they charge
And
Alaska.
the roads were
That's
horrible.
awesome.
So wherever you're a resident of when you apply, that's what they want. Like Hawaii was paying me for work I did in California.
Chicken buses and
Yeah.
the tourist buses, which
That's
are
what the complicated part is still the taxes.
Yeah, they charge wherever you worked at
horrible.
for it. Yeah.
And how long do you get it for?
Depends on how long you worked. Like they take your biggest quarter and then they give you like 60% of what you
How
were
long do you
making.
work? Do you get it?
3 months.
3 months.
Kevin
that
was
might
helping
be-
to back.
No, you know what? It goes by how much money you made. And that's how they base it all. But it has to be in the quarter. How much money did you make in that quarter? And then they go by that. You don't have to work the whole 3 months. You just have to make like X amount of money to.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Well,
however
that's the
much
thing
you
with these
made.
Jobs, even if it's 2 months, you're working like 4 months worth in 2 months.
Yeah, you'll get good unemployment.
Yeah.
And like they'll
Yeah,
probably
it is.
give it
That
to
might be
you.
a
It
sweet-
might not last
And
that
the
long.
bus
Like
ride
they'll be
to,
like, you have this finite amount of money.
Yeah, they give you a
can
grant.
get whatever.
I'll
Like
take whatever I can
yeah,
get.
Yeah, it's free money.
I mean, I went the last 8 months without making any money, except for my tax return was good. You get a good tax return where you just quit your job for the whole year.
Kevin later, like,
Because you're paying taxes on the whole year. And so they're like, oh, here's $900 back.
Especially when I understood
I collected
the
unemployment for a
about
long
where the
time.
bathroom was. Had
Like
my-
when I
put my
fought
own
this
bathroom
fire in
was.
1990 and I made all kinds of overtime, and my
Nervous.
unemployment was good.
Anyway,
Nice.
Yeah.
What kind of training? You gotta go through a lot of training and do stuff like that, right?
And I went to college, and then I was a firefighter for LA County Fire
Yeah.
Department.
Oh,
and-
sweet.
And they're like
Yeah,
so
there's
not
definitely training.
sensitive at all.
There's like certificates
people
that you can
are
get
dressed
called
very traditional.
red
They're
card
so traditional.
certified
All
and
women
stuff
have
like
their
that.
skirts on real
You got to
to
go
their
through the
ankles,
training
you
and
know,
pass their tests
and
and
then
stuff
there's
like
Yeah.
that.
girls wearing like tiny
But,
shorts, and it's just like,
You would get a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're
Uh-huh,
a
I
pretty
remember,
girl,
but
and then
wow.
if you're not real dykey,
Yeah.
then everyone just gives you shit because you really can't work like the guys do. You know.
Right.
I mean,
No,
it's
I'm
just-
not saying I'm a necessarily good. I was just
Yeah.
wondering what is involved. I didn't
It would
realize
be
you went to
really
school
hard
for
for
that.
you.
oh, did I gotta cover up?
If you're real dykey, then you can get by in that
Really got
world.
looked at by
But
men, you know?
yeah, we had girls in our crew way back in the 80s, and they
Yeah.
just got shit. And they were pretty dykey.
Firemen are usually pretty hot though. That's what Laura the other
No,
day,
he's
she's
saying
"We're
like
posted
you wouldn't
some
get the
hot
respect
firemen."
though.
What?
Like
yeah.
everybody'd be pissed off at you all the time.
Yeah.
Good. Well, great job.
Yeah, there'd probably be a lot of attention though out there in the wilderness.
You better be
Oh my
safe.
God.
You better be safe. Okay. Miss you. Love you.
I know. I thought about doing that for a couple of years.
Okay, bye.
I don't know. It's hard on your
Fun.
body though.
It
But
is hard on your
Yeah.
body. It's fun.
Okay,
It's
good.
exciting. You
Making
make
plans.
decent
Alright, sounds
money.
good. Perfect.
But
You
Get
don't
in
have to
good
work
shape.
a lot of the time, right?
Okay.
Comes-
You
comes-
too.
comes
Okay.
in
Adios.
spurts.
it
Really?
does.
Really?
And when you work, though, you work hard.
But you have to be ready all the time.
right, you have to know next week I might be doing a 70-hour week or whatever.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it seems like a good deal. I still might check it out one of these years, but
What?
Yeah.
Fishing on the.
I liked all of it. The
No.
thing that one of the things I didn't like was you're not in charge of yourself.
mm-hmm.
It's like you're in the army. You know?
right.
I remember there's these 10 standard firefighting orders that they make you memorize in every training that you do. And I remember going on a fire in Yosemite and thinking, we're breaking like 3 of these right now, you know. And I'm like, I know this is wrong, you know, but I'm in this crew, you know, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I came in their vehicles.
All right.
You know, it's like there's nothing you can do. You just got to keep going. It sucks. And I remember thinking that I had to work as hard. It wasn't working. It was like we were fighting for our lives because
Right.
if we didn't stop the fire from going over this side of the road, we were just gonna be toast.
Yeah. It really is like the army. Like you gotta work
Yeah,
together just
I
to,
was
like,
fighting
save
for
your
my
crew.
life.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That was some trippy shit. I mean, we were in this road in the backcountry by Cherry Lake, and it was ponderosa pines on both sides, and it's just crowning fire on one side of the road, and it's like a road, you know, the size of Carter Road, and you're on the other side trying to not let it cross. It's crazy.
Yeah. We sat next to this firefighter on the plane coming from Guadalajara.
Yeah.
He had visited his family in Agua Caliente. I guess it's the a town where there's a lot of hot springs in Mexico.
Yeah.
But he worked as a firefighter in, I think in Auburn or somewhere around.
It was like in the valley. Yeah. He said by Reedley.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's it. He was cool. But basically, he just like makes money and then goes back down to Mexico.
But it is really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could live for cheap down there, especially if you know.
If you have all your family down there,
Yeah.
and everything,
You
yeah.
live like a king.
Yeah, he said he had just gone to the fair. It's like one of the most well-known fairs in the world, or maybe in Mexico. All kinds of people from all over the world go to this fair that lasts like 40 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Mexicans know how to party.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben was talking about all this stuff in Mexico. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I really want to go.
Yeah.
You just gotta fly, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want to take your car.
Well,
No.
right before we left, our stopover in Guadalajara, some gangs had blown up buses and taxis, and the airport was closed, so we didn't even know that. But we were just stopping over at the airport anyway. But he had called to see if it was still open. The
Yeah.
airport. I was like, wow. But,
Yeah, well, I have friends from Mexico that were just like, don't drive into Mexico.
No.
Yeah.
They're like, he's like a big guy. He's like, I wouldn't drive into Mexico, and I'm
Mhm.
Mexican, and I'm a dude. Like, he's like, just don't do it.
If you're gonna go to just Baja, I think
Yeah.
it's okay to drive. A lot of people drive from here and then just stay in Baja because it's pretty much
But you guys go
touristy
to
the
like
whole way
Tijuana
through.
and stuff, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
true.
bad. Tijuana's not bad.
If you don't stop, I guess.
Yeah, you just gotta bust through that first bit.
We met people in Belize who brought cars from LA down to all the way to Belize, and they would drive them in 7 days straight from.
Wow, you like
Yeah.
don't stop.
Or some had even done it in 4 days or
If
something.
you gotta have more than one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're funny. Belize people are cool.
Well, I've heard Belize is great. Yeah, that would be. I would love to like drive all the way down there,
Yeah.
but I don't know. If I had someone with me in like a better car, I might do it someday.
I traveled a little bit in Baja with Lilia. She's a woman who lived here for a while, and she was born down there. Or no, she was born here, but she was raised down there.
Yeah.
So she really knew it all real good. So I didn't have to worry about nothing. She spoke the language real good.
Well, that's the thing is like I know a little Spanish, but it's like fading, and I know if I was like in Mexico, it would all like come back, and I'd be able to pick it up real quick because I already have like the base.
Yeah.
And I would love that to happen. And then I gotta learn French after that because I keep meeting all these French people. University's trying to tell me to learn French. Never wanted to. I lived in Montreal. I love Louisiana. Even like last week, the other guy working there was from Belgium, so he spoke French. A girl from Quebec came and he was so happy, like right before I left, we were just talking French all the time. I was like, it's kind of silly but I don't know French.
I've never had a desire to learn French.
French is stupid.
Well, I live with these French girls in New Zealand, and they were just so bad. They were so like the typical, just like you trash, zero trash. Like they smoke in our kitchen,
That's what
and they
French
just like
Canadians are like.
didn't clean up after themselves, and it was just like oh. And one time there were so many flies in the kitchen, I killed 2 with a phone book on the ceiling.
Well, and it's such a strange language. I don't think it sounds as romantic as people say. Like, well, French is a little different, but Parisian French and Quebec French are really awful sounding to me. And Quebec French is really hard because they've been there so long. It's the same with Cajun French. Like, a lot of the words for anything like remotely modern, like even cars, it's a different word. Because they were already like separated at that point. And so there's so much slang, like it's a very different language. And when I lived in Quebec, I was trying to like listen to podcasts and like learn French, but they're all from France. So I would go outside, I wouldn't understand a thing people were saying to me because their accent is so different and their words, they just use completely different words. You know? I mean, yeah, it's like a Spanish person speaking Spanish is a lot different than a Mexican speaking Spanish.
If it wasn't for TV, we'd have several languages here.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you mean if it wasn't for TV?
Yeah, because everyone watches TV, so it kind of keeps everyone on the same thing. But I mean, I remember driving from New York to Boston, and it was like just like an hour drive at the most, and it was like they talk completely different. You can hardly understand what they're saying.
I love that about traveling, just hearing all the different American accents. Some of them are really subtle. I'm getting pretty good at like figuring out where people are from and stuff. Although California throws me off, because there's definitely like an accent there, but it's so subtle.
Well, it's Hollywood.
Yeah,
like,
you're used to TV.
It would be
That's
called
the
an
thing.
accent, but like
Yeah.
Hollywood, and like that's how all the newscasters are taught to speak.
Yeah.
It's like with the California, so you don't notice it as much.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier for like when you travel for people to understand you with a California accent that time.
Yeah.
Like there'll be another dude from Texas, and they just like look to me to translate practically.
Yeah. Well, that's what I met a lot of people who have a hard time understanding anything but British English, because that's what most people learn.
Right.
I can't understand it. I had a hard time understanding Ben. A lot of the time.
There were a few times I had no idea what he was saying.
Oh.
And I would just, after a while, I would just sort of go with it.
Well, he mumble a lot of
Well,
like.
that's the
little
thing. I was
small
like, I'm
things.
pretty sure he's also mumbling. It's not just his accent.
Yeah, when he has
And he's got like that low voice. It was like a rumble sometimes. That's cool that his mom is coming out.
Yeah.
Man, I was trying to get my mom just to come to Portland when I thought I was going to be working over there. And I couldn't even get my mom to do that. She called me, she's like, can you take a flight anywhere? I have all these points that are expiring. And I was like, well, I can't afford anything. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I can't make that decision in like 5 hours. And I was like, why don't you go somewhere? And she's like, well, we're just a daycare now. I'm the breadwinner. And I was like, well, tell Dad to stop being a
You remember my friend Sarah Jordan? She's a little small redhead. She came here when I wasn't here one time and visited you with a bunch of other girls. She lived in Thailand for a little while, taught English. I traveled with her to the Taj Mahal.
I don't remember her.
She's redheaded, she's small. I was her RA, anyways. Wow, she has a twin sister, and her sister has battled cancer, like, come out of it fine. But now her sister is, over the past couple of months, too, has tried to drink normal alcohol, rubbing alcohol, try to take pills, try to jump off the stairs.
Oh,
like
wow.
She got what, 4140 or whatever that's called?
5150.
5150, yeah. And it's just like, geez, oh shit, that's hard, sad.
They can keep you in a place because of that.
Wow. Well, I think she's also taking, addicted to something else, some kind of drug. But it's like, wow, after she just battled cancer and came out of that,
Shit.
Whew. Hard. Yeah, that's crazy. Then Jason's mom just got a DUI, and she's still driving drunk with a DUI, and her drinking just gotten worse instead too the past couple of months.
It really fucks your life up, man.
Well, she don't care. She doesn't. She's like,
well, they end up in prison. And you don't care like that. They just eat you.
Yeah. That's where she's going. Yeah. Oh, it's bad. Then they're like successful veterinarians and everything.
Really?
Like, yeah, they have a whole vet shop store or veterinary offshore operation and a big house with a lot of animals and.
So hard to become a vet too.
Jeez.
Yeah. His mom. He's like, oh, this is the last couple of months.
Yeah.
He's
Damn.
working hardcore. Israel, he's still hanging with Israel.
Oh, okay.
He went to get a fake tan because he was going to photo shoot. And then he went to sit on the tanning bed. Jason did his butt got all burnt and stuff.
There's always music.
Yeah.
What kind of music is it?
A lot of it is like mountain folk.
Bluegrass.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Americana.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm totally into it.
It's good. A lot of it is it's a lot of local musicians. They all live around here. Like my favorite band's called the Trespassers, and the lead singer lives in that house with the green roof over there. Can you see it? Right above that tree.
Oh yeah.
It is right there. I think I'm the only one who can see his house. Here, I'm talking.
I don't need any more.
Still going, huh? You good?
I'm good. Thanks. Try not to push it too hard at that brownie experience. That was extreme.
Was it good in the end, or was it just a struggle all the way through?
It was mostly a struggle. It was like I was just having these crazy awful thoughts and like reliving bad things. But then all of a sudden I'd be able to like talk myself down and be like, dude, this is silly, like you just ate a brownie, and then I would start laughing out loud. I'm so glad like no one was watching me because I was probably just like freaking out, and then I would just start laughing. I would probably look like a mental patient.
I was freaking out too. Those brownies I had was seed.
They were strong.
Yeah. I felt like I was
And I
on
said
mushroom.
some stupid shit and I like that was like made no sense.
That's what-
I was like, I'm sorry, Kevin.
I heard everyone
like
walking
that.
by.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe someone will come in and check on me, and I almost wanted someone to do that just to sort of like bring me back to reality, like talking to a person. But I'm like, at the same time, I'm gonna say some crazy ass shit that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, well, that's why I disappeared, because I was sitting out here, and like the different layers of the colors of the mountains were just like they were like doing a weird thing to me, and it was like, oh my god, I was like, Yeah, I was like, are there mushrooms in these brownies? Like, what's going on? I'm like, I should just go away and lie down because I'm just going to say something weird or do something
It would have been
weird.
really awesome if we had had our real bed set up because we were just like totally sliding down.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
totally
weird.
didn't have enough blankets.
Yeah, I know it's cold.